Listen to this. Yesterday, my friend told me that her mom's friend and her family took a trip to the Bahamas, I think. Well, one night, when they got back to their condo, after laying on the beach all day, things didn't seem right. They just had a funny feeling that maybe somebody had been in the room or something was wrong. And they had stuff out of place and everything. While they checked their room and looked, make sure everything was still there. Once they realized that nothing was missing, I thought, well, maybe the maids moved some stuff when they were cleaning. When they got home and got their pictures developed, along with all their normal vacation shots, there were pictures of two naked black men with their toothbrushes sticking out of their butts. Can you believe it? I'm not so sure. This story is so far-fetched, and it's told in so many different variations that it classifies as an urban legend. www.snopes.com tells the same story, but it's newlyweds in Jamaica. And the Book of Urban Legends, 666 absolutely true stories that happened to a friend of a friend of a friend. As the vacationers going to Jamaica, just like the newlyweds. But this is a group of college students from Michigan State. So as a matter of fact, it might have been my friend's mom's son and his friends. I am from Michigan after all. Well, they were obnoxious as college students can be, and came home one night to find that the room was ransacked. In this story, everything is missing, except for the toothbrushes and the camera. Whatever version you heard, or whatever version you are now inclined to pass on as something happening to you or somebody you know remotely, what is my reason for sharing it with you today? Why is this particular story important to us? Well, we do live in a tourist community. Haven't you ever been frustrated when the tourists come in and take over our town from time to time? I mean, they're never in a hurry at Walmart during my lunch break to buy all the good cereals at Gatorade. And during peak spring break, ramen noodles are impossible to find. With that said, haven't you ever thought of something you could do that you might make them go, I don't want to go back to that Panama City Beach next year? I admit that breaking and entering, toothbrush violation, and downright creepy pictures never entered my mind, but you get the idea. Sometimes I feel that something has to be done about the infestation of tourists that come here year after year and take over what used to be our quiet little town. Is that what sparked the story? Who knows? The Urban Legends book says that stories surface, sometimes because fear and paranoia, as well as suspicion of the unfamiliar. Is it possible that the original storyteller had anxieties about being away from home and the safety of their home and places that are well known to them? In some variations, such as the one that I was told back in high school, yes, I chose to tell you this story today and figure out, is it true and why is it an important story? Because it was in fact told to me back in high school. It was my friend's mom's friend and her family, and she was so certain that it was true. Well, you know, in this story, the toothbrush violators are black, and Snopes.com states that it may very well be a racial issue. Now, whatever the reason for this particular story, but it's already multiple versions. One thing is in fact certain: multiple urban legends change with the times. This one is due for an update. I mean, toothbrush bandits, as we shall call them, they may have to figure out a different way to shock and disgust their victims. With most people having digital cameras, pictures are pretty much viewed, reviewed, and reviewed throughout their vacation. So the would-be victims may just see what has happened before they actually use their toothbrushes. Maybe the next version will have the happy vacationers getting more than they bargained for when they get their bill at checkout. Who knows? In the end, only one thing is certain. No matter where you go or what you do, always take your toothbrush with you.